In Sioux City, some Iowa legislators met today with members of local school districts to discuss some big ticket items related to education in the state of Iowa ahead of the next legislative session. Senator Kevin Allens and state representatives Jacob Bossman and Bob Henderson were in attendance for that meeting. One item that the district leaders brought up was a 5% increase in supplemental state aid. With that kind of increase, that would allow the state to fund Iowa school districts just over $8,200 per student in the coming school year, and an increase of over $200 per student. For a district the size of Sioux City, that could mean the difference of another $2 million.
Most of it, 80% of it, roughly, goes to salary and wages of all of our staff. So the more we can get in supplemental state aid, the higher the wage increases could be for all of our staff.
Dr. Earlywine says if they can receive that increase, it would help with recruitment and retention of staff.
We have so many needs out there. Currently we have about 35, 40, teaching positions that we have not been able to fill. It's difficult, but if we can continue to get supplemental state aid at a high enough rate, then we can use those dollars to pay our people more and use that for recruiting and retaining our teachers as well.
Now, a point of retention at this meeting with the legislators came from a discussion on the Students First Act. The Sioux City Community School District opposing the bill that was passed in 2023 that would take those supplemental state aid funds set aside for a student and then putting it into an educational savings account that could be put towards tuition at a private school. The district says that the tax-paying fund scholarship are, quote, a diversion of public education funds to private, non-regulated institutions, end quote. Dr. Earlywine and other school board members in attendance argued that private schools are not held to the same standards and transparency as public schools when it comes to that kind of spending.
There's no accountability. Like the dollars flow there, but they don't have to report to the state on what they're using the money for, how they're using it. We have a state report card every year that has a lot of factors to it. We don't see their results, but ours are posted, they're public. But now that they're receiving all this public money, shouldn't they be on the same playing field as we are on?
Iowa State Representative Bob Henderson, who supported the act in 2023, says that while private schools may not have government oversight, they can still be held accountable.
The biggest accountability on the private school level is that they have to do a good job in their education system or else people are not going to go there. They really have to do it in a free market way. That is the biggest accountability.
When the measure was first passed, students with a household income at or below 300% of the federal poverty line could apply for the ESA program. Now, beginning in the upcoming school year, all Iowa residents can apply for ESA regardless of their income.